coach is doing over there.
I don't think that's possible, actually.
The Nats, I believe, would survive a nuclear holocaust. I see some folks way out over the pond over there. Looks like they may be doing some afternoon fishing.
Yeah, the pond is supposed to be open now for senior citizens.
Oh, really? Okay. I was going to say, I saw a sign up that said no fishing. I didn't realize.
Yeah, I don't know if they're doing that just like for a couple weeks.
I know that they had a little fishing tournament, rodeo, whatever you call it, extravaganza this past Saturday there with all the young kids. And, boy, there was a pile of kids up there. And it's good to see senior citizens and youth using anything in our community. Number 25 stands in the batter's box, right down the middle for strike number 1.
Bottom of the second, is that correct?
Bottom of the second. Big strike by number 25. He steps back, gets him a little bit of dirt in his hand, thinks about what he's back up, gets his feet set. Outside. That was a good take.
1-2. Have you mentioned the score recently? 4-2. Yeah.
4-2. Thomasville over Lanier County. We cut the lead in half in the bottom of the first inning. A little dribbler out to the second baseman. Can he make the play? Oh, and he made the play. He was pulled off the bag, and actually the umpire had called him safe, but then realized that the first baseman had actually swung around and tagged him before he touched first base, and so it was a right call by the umpire. Talking about the umpire, his son is at the plate. No, I'm sorry, that's not his son.
I was fixing to say, I don't think that's his son.
That's Brian Sherman. That is one of the coach's son. That's the first baseman coach, his son.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, that was a strike, wasn't it? Ooh, big strike.
I can hear that glove hitting his mitt down there, or the ball hitting his glove. There we go.
Yeah, he's got a little bit get up on it. It's not 90 miles an hour by no means, but it's a. Ooh, got him on the inside. I tell you, these young men, this is the first time they're getting to see some of this little bit more velocity on these varsity pitching. And so young Shermans had stepped back out on that one just a little bit, and 3 strikes. That's out number 2, correct?
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was just 1 out.
Big strike by number 7.
Wasn't number 7 just standing there?
Mm-mm.
What was the number on the one before him?
8, I believe. Fouled back to the backstop. Can't see who that is. I think it's Jaden Young. Can't see his face.
That was a good shot for that ball, right in the center of the TV right there.
Got 0-2 count. 2 outs. Nobody on. Struck him out. Same pitch. He's walking around like, what just happened? And that curve ball was coming right on the inside. And those young boys, that's a tough pitch right there. It's a tough pitch. But the last 2 batters, both of them got struck out on that pitch.
So we're moving into the top of the third.
Top of the third.
Score is 4-2. Thomasville in the lead. So he's probably, 6 foot? No, maybe not.
He probably is.
Think so?
Oh, yeah.
Let me switch the camera back so we can see who we're talking about. That one right there coming up to
Number 12?
Yeah, number 12.
Yeah, he's a tall kid. Let's see. I pulled up their roster from last year, and he's not going to be a freshman by any means. So I'll tell you, because I imagine our defense is taking the field. Byron getting through.
And he missed the first pitch. Ain't that something? That's what we need. Pass balls.
No, we don't. number 12.
For our team, we do.
Yes. Well, according to this, number 12 was not in the lineup last year. So he may have had a different number.
Or he's from a different school.
Yeah, there's a couple of these numbers here. I was just kind of looking. Their 2018 varsity baseball schedule, and it could have been just changed up or whatever. I saw some of their names on the back of them. Some of them don't. That number 27.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because the kids that don't have the names on the back, their numbers are not on the roster. And so they may be new to the program or something like that. But if that's the case, it looks like Thomasville picked up two big kids. That at number 33, Green, sophomore. So he'll be a junior next year. So anyway, the guys that don't have their names on the back of the shirt, they're not on their roster from last year. Or this year, 2018. First pitch is delivered. Strike one. Byron gets ahead of the batter right off the bat. Looks in, gets the sign. A big hit. Ooh, and it's wow, he called that fair?
Did he call it fair?
No, I mean, he called it foul. I thought it was fair.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was fair. Well, that ball looked fair to me. Nobody's hooping and hollering and screaming, so I don't have the best view of the third base with the wall right here, but that sure did look mighty close. But that gives us an 0-2 count. Foul back. Still 0-2 count. Everything seems to be going in slow motion right now. Ain't nobody moving very fast. Everybody just kind of.
Yeah, it's the weather.
I guess that's what it is. Just big strike. Good strikeout there by Byron. I tell you what, had the guy back on his heels. That was a big strikeout. Start off the inning. That brings big old number 27 up to the plate. I hear some thunder rumbling in the back.
Is that what that was? Sounded like a truck.
It could have been, but it sounded like thunder. Nice pitch there. Number 27 stands back in. Just a tad high. Ball one, strike one.
And one out. 1-1-1.
Ball two. Byron took a little bit off of that one. Dropped in the dirt.
So that's Byron Connell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, I went to school with a Connell.
Oh, really? There's a pretty good bit of them around here.
Uh-huh.
Ball three.
We do not want 4 balls.
No.
We need 2 more strikes.
Strike.
There we go.
Like a nice little curveball.
I did notice a curve in it, yeah.
Full count here now. Big old number 27. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And it was a ball.
Yeah.
So
that would be a ball. I think did it hit the shoulder of the catcher or something?
It just bounced in the dirt. And they will bring out a pinch runner for number 27, who's the catcher. So they got a courtesy runner in now on first base. Number 33, Green. Here's the pitcher. 1 out, runner at first. Ball low. Ball
That's
2.
Another ball.
I believe that Green plays second base and pitches. Utility player.
He was he was pitching earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He also plays second base, and they got him down as utility. He must be a all-around good athlete. Ball 3. 3-0 count.
Okay, we need 3 strikes here. Not a 4th ball. Oh, he's running out there to him.
Catcher's going to go out there and have a conversation with him and talk about it.
Maybe he's going to ask him what kind of whether he likes hamburgers or what was that? What was that story?
What you want on your cheeseburger? What do you like on your cheeseburger?
Yeah, what you like on your cheeseburger? That's it. Mustard or ketchup or
There's a strike. So that'll bring us to 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner at first, 1 out. Byron looks in, gets the sign. Uh-oh. Big hit. Popped out to left side. Pope was able to get under very easily. Make the play for the second out. So now we have 2 outs. Green just got up under that one and high fly ball to center field. Now number 17 stands in. Ball 1. Catcher throws it down to first base, trying to get the runner. It's had a pretty big lead there, but back safe. The runner over there gets a big lead. Inside.
Man, that was close to hitting him.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't move either. Did
Nope.
you notice that? He just stood there.
2 balls, no strikes. Oh, and they almost picked him off. Byron caught him leaning just a little bit.
He wasn't very far away from the plate. See, if he'd have been a little bit farther out over there.
Yep. Again, the courtesy runner takes his lead. 2 balls, no strikes. Uh-oh, the ball gets past our catcher. Pass ball. 3 balls, no strikes. The runner advances very easily, of course, down to second base. Hit it right through the hole. There wasn't nobody. The run will score. I'll tell you, he hit that on a 3-0 count, didn't he? No, it was a 3-1, I believe it was. 3-1 count.
Was it a 1? I thought it was 3-0. I had 3. I think I had 3-0 on here.
Might have been. Maybe the coach got to give him a green light, but of course the second baseman there was going towards second, left a big hole there between first and second, and he put it right in there where it needed to be, which allowed a run to score. Byron throws the ball over. Will misses the ball and passes him up. The runner then will run on over to second base. Those little things will kill you. It kills your momentum. It kills your everything. We got to make those plays. Ball just kind of maybe hit the runner. A big swing by Bradshaw, number 15. Let's see here. Bradshaw's a first baseman, a pitcher, and plays third base. He'll be an upcoming junior. 6'1", 190 pounds. Tall, lanky kid.
190 pounds?
Don't look it, does he?
No, he sure don't.
Ball 1, strike 1. Well, I didn't weigh him. I'm just telling you what Max Preps has. Looking off the roster from last year.
Well, maybe
He's a
you
left-hander.
Did you go by the number? Maybe the
No, his name's on the back.
number was wrong.
No, his name's on the back of his jersey there, Bradshaw, number 15. Got 2 strikes on him now. If we can get this out here, won't be a whole lot of damage done. Again, throws it behind the catcher. Wasn't able to make that play. The runner will advance to third base. And there again, those are those little things I was just talking about. You got to clean those things up, those pass balls and wild pitches and errors, and got to make the plays. Hard hit ball. Oh, tried to get a backhand on it. Wasn't able to quite get the backhand on it from number 7 there. I believe that's Jaden Young. He tried to backhand it with the ball. That was a hard hit ball. Popped up and went out there into a shallow center field. Allowed the run to score. The runner to reach first base. Brings us up to 6-2. Cochran, who's an upcoming junior, standing at the plate.
Oh, guess what?
Throw back over.
It's starting to sprinkle. See it hitting the wood right there.
It sure is. There's got a little bit of sprinkles coming in.
I could hear it hitting the roof, and I'm like, what is that noise?
Cochran plays second base and shortstop. 5'9", 130 pounds. Outside. Oh, I didn't clear off my board a while ago. What is the count? You have any idea?
No.
Let's see if he'll hold his hands up. I wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't either. That was a strike there.
Yeah, and a stolen base.
So is it 1-1?
I don't know. I'm waiting on him to hold up some fingers, but I do believe it is. 1-1.
They're going to have some sprinkles of rain.
Foul back. Another strike. I tell you, the one thing I do like about Thomasville is I like that aggressive running on the bases. They've stolen a lot of bases today, and trying to make Lanier County put it into play. Testing the catcher. He's going to try to steal third, and gets down there safe. He stole second. He stole third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of your third inning. Ooh, that was close. Ball 3, full count. That was a close pitch there. Oh, that dropped right over the first baseman's head. Right out there to right field, which scored another run.
So you notice this, the door up here, the way it's slanted backwards this way? I do believe it sticks out farther than the roof up above.
I believe you're right. I believe if it came a hard rain,
that
it'd be
water,
like a waterfall, wouldn't it?
It'd be coming back in here on us, I think. So if it starts doing that, we need to lower it some so that the angle is the other direction.
That's right. Oh, they got him in a pickoff. Oh.
And they missed the ball.
That's one of those things that they'll work on, getting those rundowns. Those are tough. Coach talking to the second baseman. Second baseman's got his head down a little bit. That's where you just got to pick your head up. Hey, that's what summer baseball's for. When you miss those plays, that's something to work on.
So did he pitch to this hitter at all this time yet? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Strike
There's a
one.
strike there anyway. Ball outside. Got again past our catcher. Pass ball. Runner will advance to third. I don't know how many pass balls, wild pitches, and stolen bases we've had, but
quite a few from this
team.
team.
You're a statistician. This will be one of those
Quite
games.
a few from this team here.
Yeah.
So for anybody watching this, if you listen real closely in the background, you can hear little tats of rain hitting the roof of this press box.
Foul back. Strike 2.
Just in case anybody wanted to know that.
Jeremy, I'm probably going to have to leave at the bottom of the third inning.
Well, it looks like the rain. I'm just looking at the radar. It looks like the rain is moving in anyway, so they may end up calling the game here in a few
I
minutes.
hate to leave you here with all this equipment and stuff. They have to get.
Oh,
down
that's
with.
okay. I brought it all up here. So
I'm sorry to do that. Pitched outside. Ball 2, strike 2. Yeah, I don't know how long they'll play because I know they don't want the field to get messed up. And
is that thunder?
I think it's wind.
Wind. It's probably wind. Yeah.
Hitting the microphone. Ball 3. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And 2 outs.
Runner on third.
This is the top of the third. Okay.
We're down by 5. And he walked him. Byron is struggling just a little bit on this inning here. He's had a couple of plays that just didn't go his way. He struggled a little bit pitching. Had a couple errors. A couple pass balls. Number 2 stands in the batter's box. Oh, and they got another one in a pickoff. And he stole second.
So why didn't he throw it to the second baseman instead of throwing it back to the pitcher?
I think he was looking the runner back over at third. If he had thrown it to second, the runner at third would have probably came on home. And so they conceded the steal. Ball 1. Byron's actually had a couple good pickoff moves over there. And has caught at least 2, if not 3, in a rundown. Pop fly in the left field. Shortstop runs over, grabs the ball, scores the third out. Good play by the shortstop. And that will bring us to the bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third. Let's see. They're only up by 5 points, so it'll be, if they get another 5, it'd be 10, and then that would be at the end of the 5th inning, right?
That's right.
Of course, if it starts pouring buckets, as I like to say.
That's right.
The
Do you know? Here's your riddle. Do you know how to tell?
Nope, I don't.
All right, wait now. You gotta wait. This is a very educational show we're listening to here. Do you know how to tell when it's raining cats and dogs?
Let's
You always
see.
you hear that, right? Man, it's raining cats
I
and
hear
dogs.
that a lot.
Do you know how to tell when it's raining cats and dogs?
If there's cats and dogs falling out of the sky?
No. If you step out and step into a poodle. You like that?
Yeah, I like that one.
If you step outside and step in a poodle, then it's raining cats and dogs.
I've also heard people say if the bottom drops out, because it's sprinkling right now, so if the bottom drops out, like these ones down here that ain't got no umbrellas.
Ain't got no. And you talking about my language a while ago. What was that? Done it. Ain't got no. I tell you, we are some major radio announcers with the high education of broadcasting that we've received. But you know what? I was just a little bit outside. The pitcher looked at the catcher like, what the world was that?
Yeah, that was definitely a ball. Hey, you need to throw a lot of those the next
pitcher,
few innings.
Yeah, the pitcher looked at the catcher like, hello. But you know, the thing about our language, our speech, our verbiage is that Lanier County would understand it. Number 9, Noah Newbern. Been playing, I think, second base, maybe a little bit in right field. Stands in the batter's box. Little dribbler out to the shortstop. Can he make the play? Oh, and he gets past the first baseman. So Noah gets down to first base. The shortstop made a good play, but he just kind of underthrew it and hit the ground right in front of the first baseman. Could not get the ball, so it got past him. There's Noah at first. He has his lead. Byron stands back in. 1 ball. Be nice to score a couple of runs here. Throw back to first. Back safe. I tell you, that's his daddy standing there as the umpire.
Is it
On the in the infield?
on first base?
No, over there in the infield. Ball 2. I don't know, as a daddy, I would love to ring my son up. You're out of there. And so, you know, I'm sure that Mr. Keith is really hoping that there's any calls that are over there that are not going to be close. That's a no-win situation for Dad, but we always appreciate the good work he does. Ball high. I know as a father, I love watching my son play, and I know it's got to be a thrill to be out there on the field with your son and getting to watch him and be a part of it. Hard hit ball. That looks going to hit the gap there. Hard hit by Byron Carnell. Rolls to the fence. He rounds first, gets to second. That puts our runner on third.
And a runner on second.
A great stand-up double on that was a 3-0 count. The coach giving the green light, and he hit that ball out to right center all the way to the fence. That's going to put our runners at second and third with no outs. Coach Sharp over there talking to the runner, giving some instruction. When these young men coming up, talking to him about what he wants from him. Pope stands at the plate. Ball 1. Be nice to get a run or two back here. Again, there's no outs. Big swing. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So when exactly would it be? There's no lightning, at least we don't think there is. So when exactly would they stop the game because of rain?
If it starts messing the field up.
Like pouring real heavy?
Yeah, because they don't want to mess this field up. It costs too much to fix it. Oh, a hard hit ball right back to the shortstop. Oh, and he got him out. A great double play by the shortstop there, who was able to catch the ball. And Noah was already leaning back towards
2 outs already?
Yeah, well, what happened was the shortstop caught the ball. That gets just 1 out. Noah had stepped off a third back towards home. And of course, the shortstop threw it back to third base and got 2 outs, because then all you do is tag the base. So now we got a runner on second base with 2 outs. And it looks like Jacob Fairclough in the batter's box. Jeremy, I've enjoyed being with you. Like I said, I'm going to have to go at the end of this inning outside. And so I always enjoy being up here and watching these kids play and getting to know them, and appreciate the good work that you and Lanier County Network is doing. Another big hit. Pop fly out to center field. Center fielder
that looks
looks
like
up,
an out.
and he caught it. Again, I've enjoyed being with you. Look forward to hopefully having another game with you. And that'll take us to the top of the 4th inning. Thomasville up 7 to Lanier County 2. And hopefully I'll be back with you next time.
Yep.
I'll let you finish it out.
There's a game on the 26th.
On the 26th.
Tuesday the 26th,
and you
4
say that's
p.m.
against Clinch County?
That's what the schedule says, Clinch County.
That should be a pretty decent crowd out here for that game. I tell you what, if Clinch County versus Lanier County, anything, it could be tiddlywinks. And there's people going to show up to root on. That's always a good rival game. And so I hope that the fans will come out and support the boys and watch that game. And I'll be here if I can. And so anyway, appreciate it, man.
All right. See you next time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Thank you.
You know, that's the positions, not their numbers.
Okay.
Pitcher's number 1, number 2. I don't know if you know all the
Uh-huh. Stay dry. Stay dry. Yeah, it is raining outside right now. Sprinkling rain. I can hear it hitting the metal roof of the box here, press box. We're going to take a little short break while they're practicing pitching.
Q103. Q103. Q103.
Just meet me in the middle. I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't
Q103Lakeland.com.
Welcome back to the Lanier County Network. It is still raining outside. I just had to readjust the door here. They raised it up on a cable, and it was slanted backwards, so that what me and Ryan were talking about earlier, about the rain running backwards into the... I had to adjust it so it would run out the opposite direction. Hopefully that was a good enough adjustment. I might be getting up in a minute to fix that again. Lanier is playing Thomasville. The score right now is 7-2. Thomasville's in the lead. And he hits it way out there in the center, and it's an out. I can't see the numbers on who just caught that. Number 12. It looked like number 12. He throws it over to first, and that's another out. So we've got 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Strike 1. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. That rain sounds like it's getting heavier. And that was a ball. And that's the 3rd out. It's going to move us into the bottom of the 4th. I reckon they're going to keep playing the game, even though it's raining. It's not too heavy, though. I see a lot of people standing out there with no umbrellas. They're just getting wet. The coaches and the umpires are standing over there. Well, Thomasville is out here practicing pitching, so I don't think they're stopping the game at the, what is this, bottom of the fourth? Number 12 is up to bat. Not sure what his name is. That was a ball. Strike one. Strike two. Ball two. Lanier now has a runner on first base. The score is 7-2, Thomasville in the lead. It is the bottom of the fourth. And it's also raining. I'm in here in the dry, so it's okay with me. As long as the roof doesn't start leaking on all this equipment up here. That was a ball. That ball went over to the dugout and bounced off the fence, went on back out into center field. Right out into left center field, bounces on the ground. We now have a player at second and a player at first. Number 11 up to bat. He just got hit with the ball. Now we have bases loaded. The score is 7-2. Thomasville's in the lead. That was a ball. And ball two. Ball three. Strike one. It is now 3 balls, 1 strike. With the bases loaded. And that must have hit him. Either that or it was a fourth ball. Either way, we get 1 point from that because everybody went around the bases one time. Bases are still loaded. That would have been a ball if he hadn't tried to swing at that. Right up the center field. He just got 1 out at second and at first. No, it looks like the one on first stayed. So we have a player now on first and third. Looks like they've just called time for a minute. I'm being a little quiet here. I'm trying to run the scoreboard that Ryan was doing, plus run the scoreboard on TV, plus tell you what's going on. So. Swing and a miss. They're throwing it to second. And he's out. Still a runner on third. And that was a ball, and it almost hit him. He threw it to first and he got him out. That's going to move us into the top of the fifth. I'm just checking out the radar. We are right on the edge of a big storm that spans from about Adel all the way down to the Florida line. It's over the top of Valdosta right now, and we are right on the edge of that. So maybe it will just kind of stay right there on the edge while we finish this game. I have just discovered that the roof does leak here, but it's just a little drip and it's right in the center where the peak is at. So maybe it won't move to a different location. We are in the top of the fifth. The score is 7-4. Thomasville is in the lead. Number 6, that doesn't say a name, from Thomasville, is up at the bat. That was a ball. Strike one. One strike, one ball. Ball two. The ball went out to left center field. He's throwing it back into second, it looks like. Now he's going to throw it to the pitcher. The runner made it to first base. That was a high ball. He throws it to first. He's thrown it to first again. The runner's safe both times. That's a ball. He's thrown it to second, and it was short. Runner is now on second. That's 2 balls, no strikes. That was a ball. And we do not need a 4th ball for this runner. Strike one. That's the ball, the 4th ball. He's going to first base. Now this hitter does not have a number. They threw the ball to first. They missed it. He is safe. And the runner on second and third now. And he hits one out there to center field. He almost caught that. The score is now 9-4. There was 2 runs scored there. There's a a runner on all 3 bases. The base is loaded. Wait a minute. No, there's nobody on first base. It's just second and third. Strike 1. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Ball 1. Where'd that go? Way out. I think that went out to the highway over there. There it goes again out there to left center field. More like just left field, actually. He missed the ball. So they're going to score another point and 2 points. Now it's 11-4. Looks like they called time again. He's taking out the pitcher. He's going to put somebody else in his place. Number 3. I'm not sure who that is. They're going to throw a few practice pitches. And while they're doing that, let's go to a break.
Q103.
God's plan. I hold back sometimes I won't.
Q103. Q103. Q103Lakeland.com.
And we're back. The score is 11-4. Thomasville is in the lead. They have just swapped out pitchers, and they are warming up now. Hey, look at that. The next hitter up to bat has the last name of Cochran. He's number 3. That's a ball. Strike 1. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2. It's a high ball. Throws it to first. That's 1 out. That's a ball. I believe that was a ball as well. That went out over into the middle school field. That was definitely a ball. That's going to advance him to first base. He throws it to first. He's safe. Ooh! That got him in the back, and I bet that hurt quite a bit there. He's going to first base. There now is runners on first and second. With 1 out, the score is 11-4. Thomasville in the lead. Top of the 5th. I'm pretty sure that is going to leave a bruise. They just called time. They're going to switch out and get some new balls. Well, the few people we had over there on the other side of the pond that were fishing, they have gone now. They're not over there no more. Ball 1. Strike 1. Hits it out to center field. Nobody is there. It bounces. Runner's going to third. Score is now 13-4. With one out. Strike. It's a high ball. He swinged at that and missed. It makes it a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. And that's a ball. And he's safe. The score is now 14-4. Strike 3 makes it a second out. Ball 1. Strike 1. Strike 2. 1 more strike and it'll be 3 outs. That's a high ball. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Ball 3. That's the 4th ball. Now this hitter isn't even wearing a red jersey, like all the rest of them. Number 23. Strike 1. That's a high ball. Ball 2. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. It is the top of the 5th inning. That went to the right of the first base. Not sure just where at. Over there somewhere. Strike 3, that makes 3 outs. We will now be moving into the bottom of the 5th. Thomasville is playing Lanier. They are in the lead 14-4. We are at the bottom of the 5th. Let me just grab my phone here real quick and bring up the radar while we're waiting on them to do some practices. Well, we still seem to be right on the edge of that rain. In fact, I don't think it's raining quite as heavy as it was. I can still hear it hitting the metal roof, though. So I know it's there. I should probably mention, too, we have been having a few technical issues with the internet today. So there's probably some skips and stuff like that, but I've got it recording here on the computer as well, so I'm going to upload that and replace it with the other one, so you can go back and watch it, and it won't have any skips and stuff in it. That was a ball. Oh, it's out. And man, that almost hit somebody over there. Ball 2. Ball 3. Strike 2. That'll be our first out. Ball 1. That was in the dirt. That's another ball. Strike 1. And they throw it over to first. That's an out. We now have 2 outs. Score is still the same, 14-4, in the bottom of the 5th. That was a high ball. It's another ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Strike 1. He called that a strike, although it looked to me like it was on the outside. Ball 3. Strike 2. It's way up in the air, and they missed it. It ended up being on the outside of the foul line, so he's got to come back and do it again. Out to left field, and there's the 3rd out. And I believe that's it. I don't think they're going to play the second game. They're up by 10, and it's the 5th inning, so I'm pretty sure that's the final. They're not going to go any farther with that. So Thomasville had 14, Lanier had 4. We want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank Ryan, who was with me earlier. He had to leave. He had something he had to go take care of. But me and him will be back, hopefully, for the game on, June 26th, 4 p.m. That's a Tuesday. And I'll have a schedule for that on the YouTube channel and everything, so you'll know when it is. I will leave you with a final break.
Q103. Q103. Q103.
Just meet me in the middle. I'm losing my mind just a little. So why don't you just meet me in the middle?
Q103link.com.